Have you ever like looked in the mirror and realized that your makeup looks like complete shit? That was me today. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry I've been gone. There were some personal issues happening with me, and I was dealing with it with my doctors, and it just it was not a good time. I can't do birth control apparently. I will be making a video about that at some point because I feel like people need to know. So I wanted to go through my 2020 empties today. Technically it's March through December. I have makeup and skincare. I added everything up. I have a total, which I will tell you at the end of the video, but let's talk about what I used up. This is my makeup. So, in no particular order, a lot of these things were in my project pan, which, you know, was kind of the point to use them up. So I'm gonna try to get through the makeup first, and then, you know, the odds and ends, stuff like that. Maybelline Fit Me powder. Now, this ended up with, I don't know how much I had left. I'd used probably about half of it when I put it in my project pan, and I actually ended up liking it by the time I got done. I was sad to see this go, and considering the replacement I have right now, it's, you know, not fantastic. I really miss this. I also managed to use up a whole entire Professional. I hate this so much. It makes my makeup look like complete shit. It's not a good thing for me. I will never repurchase this. I will never rebuy it. I am very, very, very proud of myself for, I don't know if you can see that. I'm very, very proud of myself for finishing this because fuck man, $32, that was a bad time. I also managed to use up, this is one of the mini Laura Mercier translucent setting powders. It's the mini one if you can't tell. It was okay. It oxidized my makeup. I was very glad to see it go. You know, I have a lot of setting powders in here, I'm just warning you. Then there is, here we go. 2 Tarte Amazonian Smooth Operator setting powders. These bad boys are gone. Where's center? This is center. There is not a single drop of powder left in either of these. And these were actually my favorite setting powders, except the first one. Oops. The first one I had was great. I bought it from Tarte. I loved it. It was fantastic. I enjoyed using it. It gave me a smooth airbrushed finish, just like, you know, everybody said it did. And then the second one, like, oxidized my makeup or something. I'm not quite sure what happened. Like, it would start turning, like, my under eyes, like, really brown. And it was not a good time. Like, I have no idea what happened. Not a good time. Then there is this setting powder, which is the Makeup Forever HG pressed powder. It was a mini one. This is the 2-gram one. It was okay, nothing special. I ended up using this as like an under eye setting powder. Baby's gone. I was proud of myself for this one too. Then there's the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This took me 2 weeks to use. That's it. Oh my god, there's like dog hair all over this. 2 weeks. That's it. 2 weeks and I finished this. And I don't even fill in my brows that bad. So I was very disappointed in that. Here's another little guy of setting powders. This is the Kat Von D Locket. I got it as like a birthday gift or something. It was like a sampler. I have no idea where this came from, but I finished it. Then there is, hold on, I'm looking. 1, 2, 3. I found the lid. Okay, that's it. I have these 3 primers. I have the CoverFX Mattifying Primer. This is also a mini sampler. I bought these on Poshmark, so I actually paid money for these. There was like a 5 for $25 deal with a couple of other items that that are in here still, or maybe they're in the skincare box. I'm not sure. But I did pay for these, unfortunately. Well, they weren't bad. This was okay. It was nothing special. I mean, it's a primer. This is the one that has the anti-acne treatment in it. I don't know if it's just because it has the salicylic acid in it or what, but it didn't help my acne at all. Then there is the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. This little guy. It says it has the color of radiant yellow, but I didn't notice any radiance. Whereas my Smashbox is a bright brown orange. Take that as you will. And then a Smashbox Photo Finish Tiny Dude. I mean, this took me actually quite a while to pan, simply because you don't need a lot with this. I felt like it took me like a month to get through this. I really like this primer. I actually have another one in my crap to use box down there, but it's just good. It's a good primer. It's very silicone-y, so keep that in mind. However, I much prefer that to this shit. I can't with that. Then I have 3. I have another one in my rotation of ready to use. I love these. These are great. They really get my makeup to absorb into my face. I just like them. They're not bad. The smell's okay. They're not overly powerful. I wonder if I can get. Do you see the mister? Oh, there's still some in this. Oh, it's spitting. That was a bad idea. Oh, it smells so good. It does smell, the Pride one does have a weird scent to it. It's like a coconutty smell, but it does smell really, really good. Does this one have any left? Why do I have so many? I have 3 different color bottles. This is funny. Is there any left in this? Yeah, I stopped using these because they were spitting apparently. I guess there is some left, but. Oh, this one. Nothing. That's funny. And then I have another setting powder, which is the Maybelline Lasting Fix. This was okay. There's nothing special about it. It also did that. That's water. I ended up putting water in this to try to get more, and then I realized it was destroying my makeup, so that was a terrible idea. But it does this spit thing. You know what I mean? This isn't you spray it on your face and it's you got spit on. Not okay. Not okay. I was glad it was gone. Now, oh, there's 2 more. Kat Von D Mini Eyeliner. I don't wear eyeliner. I hate eyeliner. I don't do fake lashes that often. This is fucking useless to me. I was very glad to see this dry out and go. And then this is a mini NARS Climax that is, I don't know if it's empty, but it dried out. I used this for probably almost 4 months. I do like this brush though. This brush is fantastic. I actually have another one of the bigger size mini that has the design on it in my drawer. I have not touched it yet. I need to. I feel like I had 2 of these, but I don't know where the other one went. Maybe I've already panned it for this year. That's a good possibility, but this is okay. It's nothing special. I don't think it's worth the money. There's other drugstore mascaras that I enjoy. I do have a lot of high-end mascaras I'm trying to get through, and they're mostly minis because I am a sucker for mini mascaras because I love trying new formulas and trying new brushes, and it's a whole thing for me. So here we are. Then I have a plethora of brush cleaners, and I want to talk about these, okay? We're gonna go into depth with these because I know I haven't really gone into depth with any of the other things that I have, especially considering I have 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 setting powders, and they're just okay. There was nothing special about any of them. Now onto the brush cleaners. This is the worst brush cleaner I have ever used. This is the Morphe Brush Cleansing Balm, and as soon as I started using it, I wanted it gone. I probably should have returned it, but it was just I needed a brush cleaner. And I want to say that this was $16 or $17. Maybe it was $15. I don't know off the top of my head. And this was shit. This was complete and total shit. It worked really well on my Morphe brushes that I have, let me tell you. But every other brush that I owned, I didn't like it. It left this weird film. It never sudsed up. It was very, very difficult to rinse out. And I went through this in less than a month. Because you have to use so fucking much. So much to get your brushes clean. And like if you're trying to like do a powder brush, this is impossible. Now the next two I have are what were my holy grails. This is the Beauty Blender Solid. I had the one in lavender and like the OG one. And I love how this has a 12-month open date on it. If you still have these after 12 months, I will pay you. Like these, I go through these so fast and they're so fucking expensive, but they do a really good job. That's the thing, is that they do a very, very good job of cleaning my brushes. I just don't like the price. So yeah, these are good. They're pricey. The price is the only issue that I have. That's the problem with these, is I don't like how much they cost for what they are. Part of the reason why I ended up grabbing the Morphe is because it was cheaper than these. It was bigger than these. This had 60 grams, 2.1 ounce, and this has, yeah, the Morphe is 60 grams with 2.1 ounce, and the Beauty Blender has 1 ounce of solid. So there is a difference in the sizes, and you do get more in this, but you have to use so much more. So in the end, you're still spending the same amount of money because you're repurchasing this more than you would if you just had this. So I'm not a fan. The lavender was fine. The formulas weren't for me. Like, they just weren't. Now, this is probably my favorite brush cleanser, minus the Cinema Secrets that I'm using right now, which I still have. And there's a ton left still. This is the brush cleanser from MBA Cosmetics. It is a indie brand located in Ohio. This was the scent Dragon Fruit Pear, and I wish that I would have taken a photo of what it looked like before I started using it. MBA Cosmetics makes like a variety of things. I have some glitters from them. I have some pressed eyeshadows from them. And I tried the brush cleaner because this was only $7, if I'm not mistaken. You'll see it somewhere in here. Now, the issue that I had with this is I hated the size of the container. Like, it was very difficult to get, I know you can't tell, but it was very difficult to get your brush in here. And it was just maybe an inch short in diameter of actually like being useful. And the fact that it was so deep is the other thing that bothered me, is that after a certain point of like shoving your brushes in here, you had a difficult time getting to the bottom. Like your smaller brushes, like my eye brushes were no issue with this. My big powder brushes, on the other hand, it was impossible to use. And that was the one thing that made me really reconsider repurchasing this, is I hate the packaging on this. It smelled good, worked fantastic. It was worth every single penny that I spent, but the packaging. So take that as you will. If you don't have any big fluffy brushes, I think that the MBA Cosmetics might work well for you. But if you're like me and you have big, huge powder brushes that you enjoy washing with solids, this is not for you. One more brush cleaner. And this is the e.l.f. brush shampoo. This is horrible. This is like the worst brush cleaner I have ever used. It's right up here with Morphe. Morphe was worse because it was so expensive. This was like $3 or $4 and it was still trash. It didn't clean. Like I was using, like, I swear to God, I had used half a bottle every time. Like I tried to clean my brushes. Like it doesn't suzz up well. It left this weird film just like the Morphe did. And I don't like liquid cleaning soaps, I guess. That's my biggest issue, is like I have a problem with liquids, and this like kind of sealed the deal of like, I'm just going to keep buying solids where I can swirl my brush in there, rinse it off, be done. Because this just did something to my brushes, and I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it. They didn't ever feel clean. So yeah, I'm very glad that this is gone. The next thing that I panned, finally, was my Diva Curl Wave Maker. I actually had to cut it open to get the rest of it. It was okay. I no longer support Diva Curl, so I was very glad to see this go. I added it in here because like this is like the only hair care product that like I was like working on panning the whole entire year because I don't like it. So I wanted to add this in here. It was like $32 for this. It was a big bottle. It's just missing the lower half. Now, there is one sample I wanted to talk about because I'm just getting into retinol because of my acne scarring. This is the sample from Kate Somerville, the Retosphere 2-in-1 Retinol Night Cream. I'm going to buy the full size of this. Like, this is one of the first samples I've ever used that I, like, wanted more of after it was gone. So I think that's part of the reason why I kept it, is so that I remembered that I liked it. Now it's on film that I like it. So yeah, I don't know why this was in with my makeup, but this is a skincare empty. That box is done. Now, since I ended with a skincare sample, let's get into skincare. So this is my skincare, and there isn't a lot, but I learned a lot this year, if that makes any sense. So, just for the record, I am an oily skin type. I hate this lip gloss. I'm so glad. I'm trying to pan it. Not a fan. I am an oily skin type. I'm 28 years old. I am using retinol right now for my acne that I had, and I say had. You'll see why in another video. I also use a lot of moisturizing products because for some reason, I think my skin is like slightly dehydrated. It is winter here in Michigan right now. And I don't know. Heavy moisturizers are not good for me, but moisturizing skincare products in general, like scrubs, facial washes are great. My skin reacts really well to them, but I can't just go get The Ordinary's hyaluronic acid and slather it on my face. My face will be like, no, I don't like that. I'm gonna clog up and you're gonna break out. So keep that in mind. I'm oily, I'm almost 30, I'm worried about these forehead wrinkles, I'm worried about my acne. So I experimented with a lot of cleansing balms this year, and I'm going to make a video specifically about cleansing balms. I'm also making a video about the brush cleaners, but they're going to be a little bit more in depth and there's going to be more items included. I do have some brush cleaners on the way to test, as well as more cleansing balms to test, because I want y'all to save your money. I want to save my money, and if something sucks, I want you guys to know. Mind you, all of this I paid for. Okay, I don't have PR. I got like 12 subscribers. I think I have 9 actually last time I looked. I'm a small ass channel. I have like maybe 300 Instagram followers. I don't get sent shit, okay? So this is paid for with my own money. This is the first thing that I think I panned this year. This is the Clinique Take the Day Away Cleansing Balm, and I fucking hate this. This left a terrible film on my face. It had a weird plasticky scent the whole entire time, and it like kicked up my oil. Like when I was using this, my skin was very, 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 very oily. Like it was so oily that, like, you know, don't tell anybody because they're gonna start trying to mine my face to bring gas prices down. So it was not good, and this is so expensive. And the thing is that there is 3.8 ounces, 125 mLs. If I'm not mistaken, a couple more have similar, similar weight. So if I use this and then use like a regular face wash, like the one I have in here I'm going to show you, my face never felt clean. I never felt like I got all of the makeup off, and I hated it. I actually ended up giving about this much to one of my friends for her to use, because like I was never going to use all of this and I hated it that much. So this was just something that like I didn't waste my money on. This was just not for me. The next one I want to show you is, let me get all of them. Yes, I have multiples of the same product in here. And once you see what it is, you're going to understand why. Where is my third one? I know I had 3. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I only had 2. Anyways, I love these. I'm not a fan of the cherry. I tried the cherry, made exclusively for BoxyCharm. I bought this on Mercari because I wanted to try it and it wasn't available in stores at the time. Of course, it was available like 3 weeks after I bought this, but whatever. It's okay. It's no different than this in my opinion. It just has a different scent. But this, I will repurchase this until it is discontinued. And there are not many products that I feel this way about, especially in skincare. This works so well. It removes all of my makeup. It doesn't leave a weird film. And there is a very pleasant scent to it. It's not overly fragranced like the cherry version is. It just has a very fresh scent to it. And the cherry, man, oh my god. It was okay. I didn't mind the scent, but it reminded me slightly of cough syrup sometimes, or like children's Tylenol. It was okay. It did its job. It performed no differently than this. It was just, the scent got me. I appreciate them trying to change it up though, especially considering the formula didn't change for me. Like these both performed perfectly fine. It's just the scent, guys, okay? It's just the scent. It's a personal preference. And that's that. Now, let's talk about my most hated cleansing balm to date. This is the Vanilla Clean It Zero. And this was the pore clarifying one. They have different versions of this. They have like a revitalizing one. They have a rejuvenating one. They have a hydrating one. The original. They have a clarifying. I don't know. I don't have a list in front of me. I will list them probably over here somewhere. And this sucked. This sucked so bad. I have to go in with my micellar water to remove most of my eye makeup after this. Not to mention the fact that it gives you, I wear contacts, and this was one of the issues. Oh, I forgot to mention this. This was one of the issues that I had with Clinique. It gave me that weird film on my contacts because I wear eye makeup, I wear mascara, I have to wash my eyes. And every time I use this, I ended up with that weird film on top of my contacts, just like Clinique, and I hated it. This did the same thing, except if this got in your eye, it burned like a motherfucker. Let me tell you, this would hurt. I didn't lose any contacts to it, thankfully, but it was bad. This is a trademarked tri-acid peel, and unfortunately this is all in Korean, so I can't tell you what it is, but it does say tri-peel acid TM, formulated with AHA, BHA, and LAHA to exfoliate and clarify for healthier skin. Now, as a oily bitch, I honestly thought that this was going to be my new holy grail. I thought this was going to make my skin better. It was going to help with the breakouts I was having, and it just didn't do any of it. This was actually causing issues right here. I know my eye's watering right now, and it was causing issues right here, and my eyes would be sensitive. I would go to put eyeshadow on, and I would be using a brush, and when I was buffing things in, my bristles felt like they were little tiny needles scratching my eyelid. Never fucking again. The next thing that I panned was the Ordinary's Glycolic Acid Toner. I liked this a lot. I really did. I haven't repurchased it because I have probably 5 toners that I need to use up before I can start repurchasing things that I enjoy. So he's got to wait. But he was okay. 7 out of 10. I definitely recommend that. Especially if you're a mother and you have a teenager who wants an easy, super simple thing. That glycolic acid does not dry your skin out because there's also aloe in it. It's fantastic. The Ordinary did something right. How about we continue on with The Ordinary? There's a little bit left in here and I just could not get it out. I should have dumped it out in my hand and I don't know why I didn't. Oh well. This is the Ordinary Niacinamide. I don't understand what this is supposed to do. I really don't. I enjoy using it and it helps my oil, but besides that, I've seen no difference using it or not using it. So it's just there. This is one of those things that I use if I feel like my skin needs something, but I don't know what that something is. Like my lactic acid that I have the 10%. It's fantastic. Like I use it probably 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And my skin is always looking glowing. Like, and I know that that's the lactic acid, but this, it helps my skin, but I'm not quite sure what it does. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't know what it does. And it's very, very finicky. Okay. It is very, very finicky. This is like I'm gonna see if I can get it out just so I can show you. Like this is oh, it's not gonna come out. Nope. Nothing. This is stuck. It's a thicker formula and it's harder to work with because if you put this in the wrong step of your skincare routine, it'll pill up. Now, my next items are Sunday Riley. These are all minis because I am a stingy bitch with my money. So, but I do appreciate the sample sizes that they give you. I have the Luna Oil, the CEO. This is just the brightening serum. And then I have the A+ high dose retinoid serum and then the Good Genes lactic acid. And I like all of these. I do not like the price, however, which is why I have a ton of minis, is because this is fucking expensive. Like, I have wow, my lid is just not, what the hell just happened? My lid just broke. That is so weird. Okay. Anyways. Now, this isn't gonna work, so this is going in there. Now, the reason why I like these is because you can get about 2 to 3 weeks of use out of this, especially the Luna Oil. You need so little of this that if you really want to try a retinol, but you don't want it to be super heavy, this is great because it has retinol in it, but it doesn't burn. And the oil really helps keep everything hydrated so that it's not drying your skin out. Now, these come in like kits. You can get them for like $25 or something like that. And you can get a good variety of things you want to try. I highly recommend it. If you've been into Sunday Riley and you've been curious about them, get the mini sizes. These are not things that you're going to get 3 uses out of and they're gone. These lasted me so long. Like, I was impressed, especially the Luna Oil. I swear to you, I used this for almost 3 months. They had this like sale where if you like spent like $50 on Sunday Riley, you got like a free gift set. It was like a 4-piece gift set. And I ended up buying 2 kits and I got basically a whole entire another kit for free. And it was so worth the money, especially because like I was really into the lactic acid at the time and it was a really good deal. So keep your eyes out when Sunday Riley is like having sales on like their mini sizes because it is worth the money in my opinion. And I'm not one to like, worship high-end brands like this, but this was impressive. So yeah, I'm glad I panned these. Totally worth the money. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend if you're looking to get into Sunday Riley. Clink. Now, the next items I have are actually Neutrogena items. I stan Neutrogena so hard. Like, they were my favorite brand growing up. And ever since I found their Hydro Boost line, they knock it out of the park. This is the Hydro Boost Gentle Cleansing Lotion for sensitive skin, which I don't have. But this is great. This isn't overhydrating. This is great for my oily skin. And my skin just genuinely looks better when I'm using this. So the next thing I have from the Hydro Boost line, which I only have half of it, is the Hydro Boost Exfoliating Cleanser. There is no anti-acne treatments in this. So basically, it's a physical exfoliator with hyaluronic acid in it. I love it. I actually have another one that I repurchased this. I have no idea where it's at. It's probably in the shower. But this is like one of those things where you're like, well, I need to exfoliate my face, but I don't want to use the chemical exfoliator, but I don't want to dry my skin out. This is going to solve your problems. Like, I know some people like, oh my God, physical exfoliators. Like, there have been studies done that say physical exfoliators are not harsh enough to like tear your skin, to make micro tears. And that's a concern. As long as you're not taking like the heel of your hand and like doing that, you're fine. Like, just gently rub it. You're fine. It's golden. The other, Sarah. The other exfoliator that I have from them is a deep clean. It's the deep clean purifying, but the lid went somewhere else. I don't remember. Now I need the lid. I can't remember what ingredients in this. Salicylic acid, which is funny because there's only 0.5% salicylic acid, and this is called deep clean. That cracks me up for some reason. This does have like a cooling effect. It says it right on the bottle.
The cooling gel formula is specifically designed to target all skin impurities. It decongest pores from trapped dirt, makeup, and oil that can cause breakouts, while it helps your skin's essential moisture. Bullshit.
This will dry your skin out really quick. I do think that this would be good for people who have sensitive skin though, that are trying to use salicylic acid, but the 2% that's in the majority of products is too high, because this does have 0.5%. So this is a very, very low anti-acne medication. Like a lot of like salicylic acid products that you see have like 2 to 5% in them, and this has 0.5. So keep that in mind. If that is something that you're looking for and you don't mind physical exfoliators, this is a good one. It didn't bother my skin at all. I'm oily, so I just used it up. It wasn't my favorite, especially considering it only had 0.5% salicylic acid. I was like, look guys, I need something stronger than this. So I just used it up. Here we are in Project Pan. I missed. So the next thing I have is another fucking toner, and this is by the Glow Recipe. This is the Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA, along with the dog hair. This was bullshit. This was the thickest, slimiest toner that I've ever had. This was like right up here with the Drunk Elephant micellar water that's complete trash and smells like potatoes, which I'm still trying to pan. This was horrible. Like, this did nothing for me. Pore tight toner. Your pores don't tighten. That's not how they work. Anyways, like, this was just, you can't, there's nothing in it, unfortunately. I wish I had a video of it. It was so thick. It was so thick. It reminded me almost as thick if you've ever used like hair gel and added water to it and gotten it nice and like slippery. That's what this reminded me of. And it was so fucking sticky. Like, I was super disappointed because I really wanted to try this. And once I found it, it was not good. It was not good. This was something else that was not worth the money. Maybe, if I can get it. This is the Vichy. I always call it Vinci, but I know that's not right. This guy. This is I'm going to call it Vichy, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. This was the Vichy Vitamin C Brightening Skin Corrector, and this was absolute shit. I paid like $20 for this. It smelled horrible. It had a really strong alcohol smell to it. It still does. Like, you can smell the remnants in the bottle. And, like, it was almost oily. But the thing is that, like, it was oily going on, and it would, like, absorb into your skin, and then your skin would be sticky. Like, I didn't know it was possible to, like, strip your skin, be sticky, and be an oil all at the same time. But they achieved it. I didn't see a difference with my skin. This didn't do me any good. Like, it was just not worth the $20. And this was something that, like, when I saw it, I bought it because I was looking for a vitamin C that didn't have capryl. I can't remember the ingredient. Basically, it didn't have coconut. I want to say it's capryl glycol, but I could be wrong. I wanted something that didn't have coconut in it because I was like, this was at the time when I read about, like, coconut clogging your pores. So I didn't want to purposely put it on my skin. And this was like one of like 3 that didn't have the capryl glycol in it of like the whole entire store of Sephora. I'm not exaggerating. Every single vitamin C that I was looking for had a form of coconut in it, and it blew my mind. So yeah, this was not good. This was a waste of money. And like Sunday Riley's minis that like have way less product, because this had like 10 mLs. Sunday Riley is like much better than this. Shit, the other vitamin C Good Molecules powder that I have is better than this. This was a waste of money. Thank God I didn't shatter my glass. This is the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Water. This is the rose one. It's hydrating. I really like this for my eyes specifically, but every once in a while after I clean my face, sometimes I'll like swipe this over my face to like just give it something else, because I always get concerned that the Eradicate sulfur cleaning that I'm using will dry my skin out despite being oily. So occasionally I'll just run this over, give it something extra, but I really like this. It cleans so fucking well. This is worth every penny. Now, I don't have the insert for this, but this is the Clinique ID Dramatically Different Oil Control Gel, and this had the Pore Refining Blue insert in it, which I also used up, but I threw that away. So I really like this moisturizer. This is moisturizing. This does its job. Like, there are very few products that are out there that have claims and do what they claim, like oil control gel. That's what this is. And I really like the pore refining insert. Right now, I am using the red. I have it over there, but I don't want to stand up and get it. I have like the red insert for acne, and then the blue gel for acne. So I'm very pleased with this. And like, they usually have like a 2 for $25 sale where you like get the insert, or like you get the bottle of the gel and you can get the insert for free, or like for $5 or something. And I bought 2 last time. Like, I have 2 of these. I have the acne one, and then I have the same setup that I had in this. But the only downside is you can't get everything out of this. Like, there's no smell. I never thought I'd be the one to, like, you know, enjoy Clinique, but here we are. Their makeup sucks, but their skincare, I really, really love this. Don't like their cleansing balm. This is top notch. Let's talk about my most hated product of 2020, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this. I bought this. This is absolute bullshit. This is the Murad Renewing Eye Cream. The full price of this is like up here, but it's not worth the full price. This isn't worth jack shit. If I'm not mistaken, this was supposed to like brighten and do something else. I don't remember what it is, what the claims are. But this was trash. This did nothing for my under eyes, and this took me so long to get through. And the thing is if this got in your eyes, it would burn. If it got on your eyelids, it would burn. And I have oily skin, so like my skin can handle a lot. Not with this. And like there was just so... Oh, there is still some in it. I'm not using this. This is not going on my face. Now it's empty. A lot of these products have been sitting for a while. Yeah, this has that like weird, it smells like Murad. If you ever used Murad, you know what I'm talking about. Is it Murad? Murad? I used to love their toner. Back when you would have to call in on the TV and they were advertising at 3 o'clock in the morning. I loved their toner. Their toner was fucking life-changing for me as a teenager. This is not worth the fucking 60-something dollars that they make you pay. I bought this from another YouTuber who like has a channel, and they had it on Depop, I don't know. It's like Mercari or Poshmark. And I bought it for like $15 or $17, and they had it, I know they got this in BoxyCharm, and the only reason why I know that, it was either BoxyCharm or Ipsy. The only reason why I know they got this in BoxyCharm is because when I got on Mercari to sell something, I saw 75 of these, and I was like, you really did try passing this off as a full size, saying that like, oh, this is worth $87, when like, no, you got this for $25 in your Ipsy bag. Fuck off. Like, it did nothing. My eyes didn't change. It didn't help with dark circles. It didn't hydrate them. It didn't do anything. It was just a cream. I put it on every day for like 3 months. No changes, no nothing. Never again. Oops. Now, this is a stupid-ass fucking sampler that I got from Sephora, and this was trash. This is the Olin High Skin Banana Bright Eye Cream, and I hated it. Didn't do anything for me. Nothing. And, like, they give you quite a bit. There was, like, 3 mLs of product in this, and you didn't need much, and, like, nothing. No eye brightening. Nothing. This was another free sample that I got. This is a silicone-free priming moisturizer from Good Molecules. I really like this. This changed how a lot of my makeup sat on my face, and I was actually impressed. This is part of the reason that I ended up going out and buying my Milani Prime Perfection. This is just like a hydrating primer. I bought a hydrating primer because I got this. And like, I didn't realize that my face could take hydrating primers because I'm so oily. My favorite mini that I've ever bought, I'm so sorry, my contact is just like really fucking my life up right now. My favorite mini that I've ever bought is my C Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream, and this was worth every penny. I got this in a 5 for $25 on Poshmark, and if it wasn't for the fact that the full size of this is $87, I would buy the full size. I honestly love this because this is the only thing I've ever used that helps my dark circles. I'm currently using the Bliss Vitamin C Eye Cream. Nothing. I actually have it sitting right here. This guy. This doesn't do anything for me. I was really hoping that because it's Vitamin C Pro Collagen, Brighten and Firm, that it would do something, and I've been using this for quite a while. There's still a ton left. There's still a ton in this left. I was really hoping it would do something, and it hasn't. The only thing that it's been doing is making my eyes very sensitive, particularly to my eyeshadow brushes. Like, I don't know why, but every time I use this, my eyes just, they're getting sensitive with it. But this actually eliminated my dark circles. And I know that I have thinner skin right here, so that like some of this is genetics. However, I feel like any discoloration that I had here that wasn't due to that did help. And then when I was using this, my daughter was like 6 months old. Like, I was not sleeping the way that I should have been. And like, this lasted me a very long time. I actually stopped using it because I was afraid for, you know, it to be gone because I knew how much the full size of this cost, and I have not been able to find a better deal on this. So I definitely think I might end up buying the full size of this once this bullshit's gone, because I'm tired of wasting money looking for a good dupe just to keep wasting money and not get the actual results that I want. So this was probably my saddest pan of the year because I'm very, very sad to see it go. My total use from March of 2020 until December 31st was $620.37. I used up $324.92 worth of skincare and $295.45 worth of makeup. Now, I went through my Ulta, my Poshmark, my Mercari, Sephora, everything, to make sure that I had the accurate prices of my orders and to make sure that like if I got something on sale, I knew. It took me probably about 3 or 4 hours to add everything up, but I feel like that perspective is good considering how much I brought in. I brought in a lot of single shadows. I brought in a lot of foundations. I have 22 foundations. There's no reason I need to have 22 foundations, which is part of the reason why my project pan is very complexion based. I am trying to pan my Soft Glam palette, and there will be a project pan video coming up, but I wanted to get my Empties video up first so that you knew like, why I'm trying to focus more on certain things than the others. But yes, 600 and where did it go? $620.37. That's how much all of this was worth. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna get my project pan up as soon as I can after this is done getting edited. How much did you use up this year? Are you doing project panning? Did you do a project use it? Let me know in the comments below. Feel free to like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But stay safe. And don't forget, take care of yourself.